So I want to talk to you guys about something that has come to my attention. It's that there are people who think that I'm disingenuous. And I think that that's my fault. Honestly, I really do. There was an exchange I had online in the comments. I know people are like, don't read your comments, they're so negative. In fact, I look for the negative ones because I want to see what the narrative is. If there's a consistent negative narrative, then there's something that needs to be addressed, right? Because the perception that I'm giving off is that this thing exists because it's being called out so many times, even though they're just being jerks about it. Well, this person was not a jerk. They were actually very, very straightforward and were willing to have a dialogue with me, and it actually opened my eyes to something. Their name, and I asked if I could say it, is Partha Bhattacharya. The reason why I'm saying their last name is because they said I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. Well, I looked up videos on how to say it, so I hope I got close enough. Please, Partha, let me know in the comments. Did I say it right? Or anyone else whose last name is Bhattacharya. I looked it up. I want to say it right. At any rate, I have been called a shill. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically someone who is trying to trick other people into purchasing something so that I can make a quick buck. I've been called this multiple times, especially when it comes to the Xbox Series S. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this thing because you guys know where I stand on it. You guys know where my community stands on it. I like this thing. The problem, though, is my problem. And that is I'm very excitable. In fact, my wife makes fun of me, as well as a lot of my friends, that when I start talking about something I like, it's as if I've put on a little wired headset and I'm having an infomercial about it. It's true, and sometimes I lean into that because I think it's funny, but I can see where you guys, looking to spend your hard-earned cash, are like, dude, this guy's just trying to make a buck off me. How can I trust him? I've paid for... I guess based on the amount of equipment I have, like 98% of everything that's here, with the exception of this super expensive controller, which if you watch the video about it, I tell you that is probably not a good purchase for you because it's too expensive. And a few cases from my Nintendo Switch, most of the things you see here, every single game, every single subscription service, and any piece of hardware here that is related to Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox, I have purchased at full price, except if it was on sale. Then I purchased it on sale. I don't have discounts. I'm not partnered with any of them. In fact, I wouldn't take a partnership with any of them unless I could say whatever the heck I wanted, even say that something that they've made is bad and you shouldn't buy it. I am really, 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 really a control freak when it comes to what I have to say. None of it is worth it to me unless I get to be honest. And honesty is the most important. And I truly want from the bottom of my heart for you to see that when I talk about something in a positive way, it's because I'm really excited about it. And it's because I'm way too excited about it. And I want to make the commitment to you. I'm going to try to be a little more level-headed because my excitement can maybe get taken a little too far. And I have a problem. I don't really prepare for these things. And I don't write out a bunch of things. And I look up some facts, but I don't go into too much detail. And I make mistakes sometimes. I definitely don't proofread. I don't go back and watch drafts too often. And sometimes the little things fall through and I make mistakes. And that's because of my lack of attention to detail, which I've gotten a lot better, but I have a long ways to go. And the reason, again, why I'm telling you all this is because honesty is so important to me. And I really hope from the bottom of my heart that you see that this channel is truly dedicated to having a fair presentation. Now, one of the things that was brought up was me talking trash on the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox Series S. When really what I was trying to show poorly, because again, didn't prepare properly, and I probably should have chose my words better, was that when it comes to the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox Series S, I am more inclined to use the Xbox Series S because it allows me to play games with my friends a lot cheaper. I have a PlayStation 5. They don't. The games that are on the PlayStation 5 are $60 to $70. They don't have a PlayStation 5 or the money to buy those games for $60, $70. And if I'm being honest with you, the only reason why I have them is because I make reviews about them. They're a business expense, and I have credit cards. And those credit cards have really high limits. It's an investment. It really is. So I'm more inclined to use the Xbox Series S. And when it comes to someone who doesn't have a lot of money and is a young millennial like myself, most of my friends are my age, between the ages of 28 and 35, the Xbox Series S actually fits within a budget of a struggling millennial who wants to play video games with their friends across the country. So it excites me. It grants me access to my best friends. And that's why I talk about it so much. And I don't make a dime off of it. I make nothing. In fact, if you click the link in the description, I might make a 1% to 2%, but I on the regular tell people do not buy overpriced, and Amazon's always overpriced. So please, if Amazon's overpriced, don't buy it from them. But I don't really push it that much because guess what? I don't care. I'm not here to make money off of those sales. I'm not here to try to sell stuff to you guys. What I'm here to do is try to get you excited about gaming. And hopefully there's enough of you that can really rally together to change gaming. And the more I do this, the more views I get, the more I work that kind of system, use ads and stuff like that. That's how I'm going to eventually make an income out of this. But realistically, right now, I'm just trying to build the community. The community is what's most important. And, some people are generous during live streams, and that helps with the income too. But I am far more worried about the influence than I am about the income. I can only hope that I can influence others positively and mindfully to enjoy video games with their friends. And in that, who knows? I'll have to figure out the money stuff later. All that to say, thank you very much, Partha Bhattacharya, for showing me that in my excitement, I have alienated people who are already skeptical of whether or not people like myself are actually genuine. And I hope that going forward, you guys can trust me a little bit better. That's all I have to say to you guys today. And honestly, thank you. Thank you so much for calling me out. I think it's important. I think these kind of conversations are important. Please, if you're here, hit that like button. Helps me out. If you don't like what I have to say, hit the dislike button. I can't show you how many dislikes there are because they don't do it anymore. But yeah, go ahead. I'm not afraid of it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like this. Last and certainly not least, and I know that we've said it before, happy gaming.